Hello! This is another e-learning tutorial from dakinane.com. This is also the first tutorial that I'm making in response to a request made via the website. So, thanks Kat from Glendowie School for asking me to update my original tutorial. If you have any tutorial request, just let me know via the comments or through my website. There is a link on the screen and I'll make the tutorial free for all. So let's take a look at Audacity. The main tools of the program are the selection tool, and moving to the right we have the envelope tool, then the draw tool. And on the second row, the zoom tool, the time shift tool, and finally the multi-tool mode. And we'll get into all of these as the tutorials progress. Next are the playback tools, which almost need no explanation. Below here are the sliders for playback volume and recording volume, and you can set these to suit your recording conditions. To the right of the screen are the recording level indicators and a bunch of shortcut icons. And over time, you will work out your own workflow as you get used to the program. So now I'm going to make my first recording. It's pretty simple really. All I have to do is to click on the record button and start talking. Audacity then creates a stereo soundtrack of my recording. Audacity will record for as long as I've got enough disk space. So to stop recording, I click on the stop button. A note here, pausing is not the same as stopping. To make edits, I can use the Select tool from the toolbar to highlight parts of the audio track. I can check to ensure what I'm about to delete is actually what I want to delete by pressing the play button, and only the highlighted section will play. Once happy with my selection, I can then press the delete button on the keyboard and the edit is made. I now want to amplify my track. To do this, I use the highlight tool again and select the whole track. Once highlighted, I then have to use the effects option on the toolbar to access the Amplify tool. In the first instance, I let Audacity calculate the best value. Audacity will amplify the track until one of the peaks hits the upper limit as here. I can now check the new volume and it sounds fine, although I can now hear background hiss. I now want to reduce or remove this hiss. To do this, I need to find a part of the track that has no talking on it and highlight it. I will use this as a sample for noise reduction. To ensure that I do not clip any of the voice track, I can use the zoom button to magnify the sound waves that I can sample just background noise for noise removal. Again, I can highlight a small clip and play it to check. Once I am sure that the sample is accurate, I can use the highlighted clip as my source for noise reduction. Again, using the effects menu, I locate the noise reduction option. This is a two-stage process. The first to sample the sound to be removed, and then application of that rule to a selected part of the recording. So now I have my sound profile. Sound reduction is tricky and can take a bit of trial and error. Using the same effects menu and sound removal option, I can use the second option to apply the change to my highlighted track to check. I can then highlight the entire track and apply the rule. It can take several attempts to get it right, and I suggest using the slider and preview button before applying to the entire track as I've done here. The impact on the sound wave is immediate. You can see how my once smoother sound wave is now spiky, where my unwanted noise has been removed, and this can lead to some strange effects that are not at all pleasing. Therefore, the preview and check actions are key before applying to the entire recording. Before proceeding with any more editing on the track, it is important to make sure that the entire track sounds the way I want it to. For my purposes, this noise reduction this time round has produced the result I want, therefore I can now move on. Sometimes within a track or between tracks, which we'll get onto in the next tutorial, it is necessary to have complete silence, and Audacity allows us to insert this with ease. I want to insert silence between two parts of this single track. To do this, I again highlight part of the track that I want silence on, and then I use the Generate option on the toolbar and select the silence option. The figure in the pop-up box represents the length of the selection. I can now delete this and insert my own desired length of time and click on the Generate Silence option. And now there is complete silence between these two elements. Well, that's it for this tutorial. Thanks again for watching. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more tutorials. The next Audacity tutorial is already in the works. So until next time, keep practicing!